Hello and welcome to a meeting of the Directors Board of SpeedyNet, where today on the agenda we have a major track rework because, well, I don't think I need to say anything else when we take a look at the tracks over here. And all that we see is a massive, absolutely massive pileup of trains. Yup. We need to adjust the capacity of this network, of this station, of pretty much everything. Because what I've been doing is, well, as I said I would do last time, I have been starting with the distribution of engineering supplies, and as you can see, that's still being set up. We have a surplus, though that was kind of to be expected. But we do have a surplus, and well, as it stands, I was kind of in the process of starting to distribute them, which you can see over here, for example. And well, then I ran into capacity issues, which was to be expected, and we need to address those. And excuse me, what I intend to do when we do our second reworks of all these tracks is to make it future-proof. So with that in mind, we need to upgrade this to a 4-lane track situation, as it's currently only 2-lane. We need to do that for like this whole stretch leading up to the station, which means enlarging this once more. But it also entails upgrading these tracks because, well, you know, there is heavy traffic, and even though there might not be right now a traffic jam, it is, well, I have seen them, so they can exist. Also, we now have 3 Patriku freighters. Yeah, they are like, well, you know, I wouldn't say they both get completely used up, but I've seen them being completely fully loaded. And it's only just now that we start to see engineering supplies over here, so they will become even more heavily loaded in the future. Which actually, you know, makes me like, maybe we should even add a second docks over there. That's for the future though. For this station, as up till now, it could handle the capacity. I also want to upgrade this junction even further, along with like, well, you know, all we have here basically is a narrow gap, or you know, this is like a bottleneck, which you can clearly see. So I do want to upgrade this stretch, and whilst we're at it, you know, do a few track optimizations, which I was kindly pointed to by one of the viewers who said, well, I cringe at seeing this. And you're right, you should cringe, because this is horrible. This should not have been here in the first place. Well spotted to that person who noticed that. But in, well, further like track upgrading renovations, in that light, what we also have is a pretty busy track over here. So we're probably going to enlarge the capacity of the tracks over here, even further over here. And yeah, you know, it's going to be a big operation, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, you know, that's the work that we gotta do. And I think what we should do is start out over here, as here the bottleneck is the most, well, you know, most visible, most urgent that it needs solving. And I'm also going to try to do some alternative methods of dealing with these tracks. So you might be thinking like, well, why are you doing things like you are? That's all part of the alternative plan, and I'll explain it once it's done. But for now, we do have some track works to do, so let's get started with that, shall we? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at what we have over here currently. This is, and I think it is safe to say, a well improved junction. Shall I say station, entrance and exit tracks over here. I think they are massively improved. I do not see any traffic jams over here anymore, and you might have been wondering what I was on about with the experimental rail setup that I was referring to. Well, let me tell you, I was talking about this stuff. See, what I noticed when I was upgrading the capacity over here, where we had lots of these diagonal track pieces, what I noticed was that a lot of the trains on the diagonal pieces would actually slow down to match any train that was on the adjacent diagonal piece. Or, well, actually, it is diagonal from the tiles perspective, but for us, you know, they're vertical. So, you know, these vertical tracks and the horizontal ones, what happens is that you can have two track segments on one tile, and the way that the speed adaptation works for a train is that it always tries to stay behind the train that's in front of it, but the train that's in front of it is actually counted per tile and not per track segment, I believe. So what that you can see, you saw it over here on this diagonal piece. This one tried to stay behind, adapting to the speed of this slower train, and then on the straight pieces it will actually speed forward to try a passing maneuver. Now, the way we got it set up over here is that most of the diagonal or horizontal and vertical pieces, dang it, they're actually, you know, one spaced apart, so that the whole speed adaptation mod should not try and slow down the trains for trains that are not on the same stretch of track. I mean, I do like it over here when there is, you know, on these straight pieces, because it prevents so many traffic jams. Imagine that one train is just a little bit faster. At some point it will encounter a red light, boom, standstill. Instead, what it now does is just adapt to the speed of the train ahead. And, you know, when you have a standstill, you really just have like this ripple effect on high traffic tracks, you know, high traffic rails, that, you know, the moment it stops, then the one behind it stops, and you just get this ripple effect where the traffic jam just moves down completely, and you're quite literally unable to see where the actual traffic jam was originated from. So I think that over here we got quite a winner in terms of new track layouts. You know, I think that this could work out very well for us. I've also added quite a few depots along the track, and I'm quite surprised to see how frequently they get used, because these have been here for quite a while, but we don't see any moss grown over the tracks. So that means that the trains are actually using them and they work. So yeah, that's pretty good. Over here you can... oh man. Okay, so the engineering supplies, huh? Let's talk about that situation. Wow. Yeah, about that. I also don't really know how the production is. What I do know is that over here we seem to lack a little in train capacity. That's not bad. All we need to do basically is just clone this train like 3 times. I mean, 3 times might be fine for now, but later on I'm pretty sure that we will need even more of these electric trains. They might not be the fastest, but they certainly pack a punch and they're reliable, so yeah. Now, that's this part of the coal network done, and I will admit that I think that the tracks right now, including the station expansion that we did over here, has kind of future-proofed everything. I mean, you can see that A, the production's gone up, and B, the ratings are just amazing because trains can enter at high speeds over here. We don't see any traffic jams, and the tracks are actually, I wouldn't say empty, but to say that there's really an insane amount of traffic on them, not really. There's room for growth here, and well, by the time that we start to find ourselves in the situation that even 4 lane doesn't suffice, well, in that case, we'll have to move over to 6 lanes. But I think that's still well ahead for us in the future, not right now. So, wait, well, where was it? Well, where is our transit station? Here it is, right. So what we're gonna do right now then, well, actually, come to think about it, we might want to incorporate one more switch, like right over here. What I also want to know is like, okay, so we don't really have an excess of coal over here. Okay, I'm not surprised. Are you loaded with? No, you're actually loaded with engineering supplies. You only got 475 tons of coal, but the coal over here just goes up really fast. Anyway, yeah, let's quickly get a switch out here, and then we'll move over to the other side of the pond and do our magics over there as well. Hold on a second, what do we have over here? And by the way, I am aware that we just unlocked, we got a few new trains, and we are definitely going to take a look at them, but we'll do that later, perhaps next video. For now though, we will take a quick gander at what exactly the game has given us over here. The 284 Berkshire, which from the looks of it seems to be one of the American trains, and it is fast. It has not as much pulling power. It is not as fast as this one, but it pulls a hell. Whoa! Wait, what? Where did we get this one? Oh, it's unreliable like crazy. Wow. Wait, 63%? Oh wait, this is the new one. Rightio, I kind of might have missed that one. This one, yeah, we're not even gonna count that. Now there are also these, and let me see, this freight engine. Yeah, it's also not really that interesting. Okay, I thought that we had an interesting train over here. This one could very well be that interesting train. I feel like it is, well, not for this one, but the follow-up of the Mikado, only with like 2 more rear wheels, and the rear wheels, you can actually see them depicted, are on the back end over here. So where you see like, 2 tiny pixels, then 4, 1 pixel here, 4 there, and then 1 there. Over here you'll see 1 pixel, 4, and then 2 over here, And I believe, and someone told me in the comments once, that has to do with the amount of, I think it's like steering, power, and braking wheels or something, It's like, this is where the thrust gets put on the locomotive, this is for steering, and this is for I don't know, for rear steering, even though it's a locomotive. But anyway, we don't want that. But wow, there's another one. Considering that this is like slower, less powerful, we don't even need to look at that, but that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, so that's this part sorted, and I think we did an admirable job over here. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. Let's take a look right now at what we encounter over here. And I for one think that we should try and expand this station over here. I think that we're fine to leave it 2 lanes entry tracks for the time being, but we want to expand over here and then over here and then all the way up till there. So yeah, that's some more track reworks that we need to do, but I am not afraid of doing track reworks. So yeah, let's get them started, shall we? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think, after doing a triple, quadruple, ultra everything check, I think that we got it sorted over here. Granted, the exit tracks are not what I would call ideal. I'll admit that straight away. This could be done better, but so long as I don't see any real problems arise over here, well, you know what, we might as well do that. So let me quickly fix up these last bits, and then everything should be sorted. So yeah, let's quickly get it done. Right, and done. So there we have it. Like I said we would. We have upgraded this station and we've upgraded these tracks. Now admittedly, this over here, this ain't easy, man. The town of Pond Hill is absolutely despising us, and this one very house here actually is the cause that this track is going all the way over here. So yeah. The town of Pond Hill. Oh well, we've gone to great expense and length and effort to please them, so I don't want to hear them ever again. Now, as for all our trains over here, I don't think we need to upgrade these tracks just yet. I mean, once we need to do that, we'll probably have to upgrade this to like 6 lane, but for the time being, I quite like how this came to be, especially this. Now, I'm well aware of the fact that, we might actually want, like, what do we need over here? Like another junction, perhaps? Because this one just hooks up to the outer one, and the outer one actually goes off to the right side. So perhaps there was just a traffic jam over here. Maybe we need to extend 2 lanes all the way over to this junction. I don't know. For now, we'll leave it like it is right now. But I really like the way that this came out. And what I'm really curious to is, oh wow, look at those 3 trains making an absolute insane difference, on this route. Also, I'm curious to just see how well this is flowing. I think it's fairly safe to say that over here, this station is just rocking it like absolutely crazy. And the amount of engineering supplies that we have is through the roof over there. Oh wow, do I actually see what I'm seeing over here? And that is a real traffic jam? Is that what we're seeing over here? Like, there not being enough capacity on the tracks? No way. It could be actually. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. Yeah, how do we counter this? I don't think we can counter this. What I am also, of course, really pleased to see is the amount of engineering supplies and the fact that we're still able to just carry them away like we should. Yeah, I think we've made a major improvement over here. So what's on the agenda for the board of directors? Oh yeah, and look at this. You can still see the trains actually. Look, see, this is what happens when a train's waiting there. The other ones slow down to that pace. The problem, of course, over here is that we have this coal mine which is in the way for the tracks to be spaced out a little bit more. Because if we want these to be spaced out more, what we would be looking at is probably having this track come off like this in that direction, and then have the entrance track actually be like a complete sharp curve. Maybe even have this bridge be a little bit further out there, like perhaps something like this, sharp turn, and then something like that, and then over here we would space them all out till just about this point. I mean, it's not unthinkable to do a thing like that. It's just that, do we need it? Do we need to do that? I feel like for the time being we don't, but man, look at this station, man. This is starting to look like a station that, of which the size is actually justified. So it's looking good. Now I will, for next time, I will be taking a proper look at the capacities of our coal mines, of our engineering supplies, and to see, and balance everything out, to see what the right amount of trains for each station is, and so forth. But for now, I think we've done amazing. I think if we would take a look at our profit, it would really show a pretty sharp decline, as we've been investing only. But next time I do hope to show you that the profit graph is like near vertical, like this. But we won't know until next time when we play more OpenTTD.